One of the first steps that you will take when you're setting up your evaluagent account is building in your operational structure. Now, the benefit of building that structure into evaluagent means that you can filter all of your reports by any level of that tree. So your departments, your teams, all the way through to agents. Now, additionally, coming into the employee contacts table, which is essentially a repository of all of your conversations that are happening in the contact center, you can bring in that same operational structure and filter your contacts very quickly. As an example, if I was looking to see all of the conversations that relate to Team Blue, one click of the button will allow me to see all of those agents within that team and all of their conversations. Now, additionally, coming into the reports, you will see an option up at the top right here to change your view. And you'll always have a hierarchical view. And this will allow you to navigate down through the reports, seeing all of that reporting data for every level of the business. So how do you build in that structure? So let's come to a blank, brand new evaluagent account. We are going to come to our user management menu up into structure. And this is typically what your screen would look like when you're viewing it for the first time. You will have an example team here already for you. And there's also an example agent that's inside this team as well. But we'll talk more about that in a bit. So what we're going to do is add in some departments and some teams into the structure. So in order to do that, I'm going to add in some departments underneath the top business level here. And I'm going to select add subgroup and I give it a name. Let's call that customer service. And then we give it a reporting level. Now, the reporting level is really just a label that will help you identify it in the structure table here. You don't see that label shown anywhere else. And they all perform really the same function other than a text label. Team is slightly different because that is where you will assign your agents to. You can't assign agents to anything other than a team. So let's go with department. We can add that in there and we see that customer service department shown in there. To add our other department, we can come to our subgroup option and let's just call this complaints. And that is also a department. Now, I can build this out as much as I need, again, to reflect your actual operational structure. If I was looking to add something else underneath customer service, like another department, I can come to add subgroup and I get the same options in there. So I can build that out as well. Now, one of the other benefits of building in your operational structure like this is that you can control which level of the business your users get to see, or your non-agent users rather. So again, it's important to get that structure is reflective of your actual structure. So it's important to get that structure as accurate as possible at this early stage. So let's just add in a team under the customer service. So we'll call this team orange. And for complaints, let's just add in team Mike. And that's how you build out your structure in the platform. Because what you will then see, if we come back to the SmartView dashboard, when we come to our dashboard filters, that operational structure is there for us just as we saw. Now, here is that example team that has that example agent inside there. Now, we don't have any other agents as yet shown in these teams, so we don't see any agents listed in there. But let's come back to our structure. And we've got this example team in here. Now, of course, the agents are not listed in this part. Now, if we're going to deactivate a particular branch of the tree, let's say we've made a mistake or there's been changes to the structure, we can then amend the structure in evaluagent to reflect that. It's just a case of selecting the branch that we want to change. We can come to the burger menu and we do have the option to edit that, so we can change, the team names, etc. But if we're looking to remove it completely, we can deactivate that. Now, in this case, to preserve reporting, you don't actually delete the branch of the structure, you simply deactivate it. It will still be available hidden inside the structure, but No one else would be able to see that. So we can just come to deactivate. And in this case, we've got this error. Now, the reason we've got this error showing up is because there is still that example agent inside that example team. So it won't let us deactivate it until all those agents have been cleared out. Um, if there was no agents, when we hit deactivate, that would simply disappear, and that would then be removed from your operational structure. And that's how you build out your structure in evaluagentCX.